So this is our one of our last dev vlogs for Deadmare. So basically, we're just gonna go around the table again, see what everyone's been getting up to. So Brandon, do you want to start?
Ben.
Ben. Sorry, we used to call him Brandon.
Yeah.
But now it's called Brandon.
So for this week, the zombie AIs are taking a lot of the time this week. So it's very much nearly in place.
That's good.
So essentially, all it works is you'll run around, well, you'll walk around an outmesh area and then points. When he sees the player, either in his eyesight. There's something about hearing, so I don't know if that'll change depending on when it adds sound to it.
Hearing?
Yeah, because there's like some AI perception things on it, and one of the things was hearing, so I don't really know.
Weird.
But yeah, basically when it sees it, it'll run up to it.
Yeah.
Is that the actual animation you're going to use?
Yeah, he's literally just. I can see in the video. Yeah, he'll just attack them. They'll lose health. There's still a little bit more has to be done with that. It's also got its own mesh. So the weapon system is nearly in place. I might, because of the way the tutorial went, because it's meant to be a 3-weapon system, but the tutorial gets rid of one of the rifles in favour for a pistol, which I don't really like, because I've spent all this time doing the bloody rifles, and he's now decided to change to a pistol. But he does have another project that does it a little bit better, so what I might do is not steal, but
Not steal, rob.
borrow some of that code, and I might redo it if we have enough time.
There's the sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle's great, James. I know you really asked for that.
Sniper rifle? You mean the rifle? It's not a sniper.
Well, no, it's the M16 as a sniper rifle.
It's a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
Which one's the
you've got a sniper rifle.
We said it was a rifle, not a sniper one.
No, it's a
Okay.
sniper rifle.
Hunting rifle.
It's a sniper rifle.
So yeah, that's probably
You're a sniper rifle.
that's probably going to be hopefully changed by the time we're ready to hand in.
Yeah.
So it has its effect. It's got its sounds. It's got the HUD bit with the crosshair and the reload.
I love that.
Did you borrow that from Call of Duty? Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's also got the weapon zoom.
Very good.
So there's a dynamic health bar now. So rather than how we normally do, where you lose bit. When you lose health, just go straight down. You'll lose health. There'll be a red bar that shows how much you've lost. You know.
Ooh.
That is
Like
rob.
Have you got
Rob
natural regeneration working?
Shut
No,
up.
I'm a natural regeneration.
Because it's hard to do, and no, it wouldn't make sense, Logan.
Oh, okay.
Because real people don't naturally regenerate.
It's not hard to do. But
Yeah.
It's not hard to do, is it?
which isn't it?
Oh, it's not hard. Okay, put it in there.
So yeah, that's in place. It's just really a case of.
I need to talk to you about some things.
Very ominous there, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Next, we did mention about the ammo count on it.
The ammo count. What about the ammo count?
We got about having ammo boxes, didn't we? Are you sure?
Well, no, because they're not going to bloody gun hole.
It would be good having ammo boxes.
It would
Yeah.
be good.
Great.
I
You
approve.
recommended it. I mean, we did test play the guns, and you literally run out of ammo in seconds.
Yeah,
I mean,
ammo
that's
boxes.
You have 2 mags of M16.
Ammo boxes
and
would be
that's
very good. I really strongly agree with that. Thank you.
it.
Great. So yeah, really this week is just refining a lot of the other mechanics and then trying to get it as much as in place as well as one with the menus. So ideally, the menu place needs texture. Well, not texturing, but like
Yeah,
needs to be finalised.
Yeah.
we'll get onto that in a bit then. We'll try and see.
Are the enemies like bullet spongy then, if you need a lot of ammo?
I don't know, I haven't worked that out yet.
No, I think they're saying they use it quick 'cause it's an automatic rifle.
Yeah, 'cause
so
the
it's
whole
going
point
through
was, the whole point was when you hold it, it's well, it depends on the weapon you use.
Yeah.
But when you tap it, it
Goes
fly through very quickly.
Yikes.
That's the programming aspect. Jack.
Anyway, last video I mentioned about doing a sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle.
Has it got a sniper
Yeah.
scope?
Yes.
Has it actually?
Yeah.
Sniper rifle?
You'll see it on the Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Outfall
This will be the first time Toby sees it as well. If you look at the Instagram comment, being like, first time Toby saw this.
If you use hashtag Toby's first time,
If you use that hashtag, we'll give you a free copy of Deadmare. First person to put that, yeah, free copy of Deadmare.
Alright, back on to you, John.
back on to you, John.
What was I going to say now?
So about sniper rifle.
Yeah. All unwrapped and everything now. It is.
Good.
Didn't have to do a high poly for it because the geometry on it was quite good for it, so just needed a couple of smoothing grooves and it works well. Texturing looks
It's very nice.
nice on it. It does.
You'll see on the Instagram. Very nice.
Yeah.
It looks very good. Now, onto the last weapon that I was meant to do for the third one, the M16.
Oh, you haven't
So-
textured that, have you?
No. So I just need to finish. There was issues.
There was issues.
There was baking issues, so we had to scrap off the high poly for now.
Get the stone furnace out.
Bit of coal, bit of cobblestone, you know.
Cobblestone on the go.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, just the M16 has to focus on there, and then pushing on
Cool
to other
beans.
things.
Cool beans.
Impressive.
Moi now.
Toby.
Go on, Toby.
Character's done.
Definitely not Tom Syndicate.
No, because he's old.
Yeah.
No, Tom Syndicate's quite old now. He's getting on there. So yeah, he's done. Textured, unwrapped. Not in that order. He was rigged using mixer mode, which is quite nice. Easy,
Ooh,
free.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Free.
This cool lad slapped it in the engine and like matched it with the Unreal the UE4 guy's bones, so it keeps the same animations.
Yeah.
Bit weird with his legs.
But it wasn't
The legs were like, so it went like thigh, then down again.
No, the issue was when you face it side on, it looked fine. I think it was side on. It looked fine. From behind, his knees were.
Which is the issue because you'll be looking from behind.
Well, yeah.
So
no, we'll just change the game for it to be 2.5D.
Yeah,
We'll just do side.
Um,
They're 2.2.
Yeah.
I noticed his feet are a bit big, and I put them at a weird angle, so it looks like he's like
Yeah,
He's
that
a
was
bit-
that was just the
he's a-
animation.
he's a bit penguiny. Textured, is alright. I need to see how it looks in the engine, so I need to see. We need to get one of these nerds to import it with the because it has a filter on it, so I want to see how it looks with the little the dirt details.
How's the hair doing?
Hair doing? It's alright.
Looks nice.
The hair, the hair is really good. I did have a problem with it, but I think I know how to fix it. But I had a fix for it that I did and it worked. But I think I know how to make it look more strandy because the hairs are plain.
Yeah.
And I was originally going to use a opacity mask to like make it all have strands and stuff, then put a colour on it. But when I put it on, for some reason the tip of the hair was coloured and the bottom wasn't. I now know why that was. It was because the opacity mask was flipped, so obviously the top had stuff and the bottom didn't.
Oh.
I think it still would have looked weird if I did flip it because it was really like thin. But so I just put a gradient colour on it. It looked fine. Grey at the bottom, bit browny black at the top. Looks very nice. Yeah, he's done.
Very good.
Obviously, if you guys want me to do anything more, I can get some animations for you. But there's not. I haven't really got a lot of time to make another one.
We don't need animation.
Exactly. So I'm I'm living the life. I'm chilling. Nice and relaxing.
Yeah. I mean. Nah. I was gonna say because obviously if you wanted like I don't know like the merchant guy or something.
But no, I ain't putting it
No,
in.
but like you could have the same model, just change the clothes.
I mean, it is literally hands.
Yeah, like just do the same model and just change the clothing a little bit so it looks a little bit different, and then just put a hat on or something. Okay.
Besides,
Yeah.
besides that guy was going to be obstructed by like fog and stuff, so I could literally just use his hands, but it uses animations and stuff which we don't have.
Yeah.
With the character's head and
Yes.
the gas mask, we need to get a reshape for it.
Big problem with that. Take a long time.
I can do it.
No, just because you need to work on your stuff.
I've
mainly.
literally only got one more gun to do,
Well then,
and it's just texturing.
That'll take him today.
And it's direct texture.
actually, I wouldn't worry about it. Just because I'd have to change the hair and everything, and it'll look weird with the hat with the hair on still. It's
I'll
odd.
try and work
To be
it
fair,
round.
if it's
you
strands,
just
it
give it
won't
me,
look
I'll try and work it
different.
round the hair.
Don't,
you know?
because then I have to retexture and shit. That's just no point.
No,
It was a
No,
pain.
I said I'll work the mask around your character.
And with the hair, if it's strands, it won't look old.
Anyway,
It's not
as well.
strands. It's not strands anymore. But I still think
If
it's.
I see what the texture that you've redone for the hair,
Give it a look, but I doubt it. But you can
Okay.
try. We can always make it one of those like bag masks. So instead of it being like like those old like Russian ones, Soviet ones. So it's like a proper like goes from his neck all the way. He's all covered. Always do that, but
that'd be easy. It would.
okay, mask boy.
So, what I've been doing. So, the main menu. I've basically been trying to just optimise that as best as possible. Did a bit of experimentation of actually just doing like a screenshot of the world, and then having the camera face it so it looks like it's actually a 3D world, but actually it's just a plane. Just to try and optimise the loading stuff a bit better. Turns out that doesn't work.
Lovely.
So I need to, because it's such a small space, it looks odd if you put the texture on like a plane or anything. So it just won't work.
Yeah.
So I've basically just deleting the meshes that you won't see on the camera and just trying to like lower the poly counts on everything in engine, just to save on load times. As for the house map, same thing again, just trying to see where I can kind of cut back on the poly counts and just optimise that level as best as possible. Just because I know as soon as the code goes in there, it's gonna
Break.
basically run terrible. So not saying your code's terrible, mate, but
But
I'm
it
just
is.
saying like it obviously with the code it's gonna be very taxing compared to what it is now, where it's like there's nothing running and nothing's happening. And then the same with the massive city map, because Ellis is gonna get some stuff sent over to me soon. So I need to try and lower the poly counts and everything again in engine, optimise things the best as possible, and then just basically world building again and moving a few things around and making it look good.
Could you do what like a lot of games do, where you have like a LOD system and stuff?
Yeah.
Could you add a fog?
Yeah.
So that like so like if you want to make it so you can only see a little bit, it will unload everything outside the fog.
It's already got.
It's already got that.
Yeah, it's got a culling system on it. So basically, anything that seemed like I forget what it is, but like everything from a certain distance from the character just gets deleted from the map, and then you can only see a little bit of it. And there is a fog thing there, but
I was going to say because you can make it like a thick fog, so you can make it shorter if it's still struggling. So like for example, you could probably see at the end of a street, but if you put a fog so it only goes about 2 houses in front of you, all of that could be deleted in front of you.
yeah.
What's that game? I think is it Alan Wake or something?
I was thinking of Minecraft.
I was thinking of Silent Hill. So like,
Minecraft does that. That's how they like adjust their like chunk loading and stuff by just having a massive fog next to you. So
I
it could
mean,
work.
everything's pretty much optimised anyway. Like it's just, I'm just worried about like the code coming in and everything just being messy.
Well, there's no idea if it is laggy with the coding.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm optimising stuff, losing my mind, looking at numbers all the time.
Join the club, mate.
Yeah. Oh, look at me! I'll code.
Ellis!
Elias,
Go on, Alice.
you've got a lot to say, ain't you,
Buildings.
Mr. Wellness?
Yeah, so
He's very warm.
what's that? So I've got the current buildings in textured. I've got the flat iron. I got the facade. I got apartment building. I got the department building.
The department building.
Department building is like a police department.
So you said it weird, sounded a bit Borisy then.
Like
The
the-
department building.
Not as if there's anything wrong about Boris, you know.
He's a Wally, that's all.
That's what Outfall Studios becomes a political channel.
And hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have the business building, which is on the big glass building.
Wow.
So those are all textured and done.
The double glazed. Triple.
Anyway,
Are they double glazed?
yes.
Okay.
Triple.
Nice.
Have you got PVC on them?
I have to check the frames.
Did you do a safety check to make sure they don't?
Yeah.
I've got trickle vents.
Have you got council planning permission?
Oh, you don't need that.
No.
Continue.
Have you got
Deadmare you do.
insurance?
We continue.
Anyway, so chimney sheets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I made it so this is for Logan specifically for time consuming. So originally the way that this was going to be made is each building was had its own trim sheets. That's all scrapped. Now it's following a couple trim sheets that are compatible with all the buildings. So if you have like a flat iron building, you can put in a historical design and it will show like a historical like building design. Same with the apartments as well, like that kind of thing. They basically multiple trim sheets you can put on a building and they all match up, like regardless of like where they are.
Magic, smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. I believe there's only 4 trim sheets as of now, but to be honest, as I look through them all, it's not repeating at all. It looks completely fine. It's not a massive issue. There's one issue I've had with the historical trim sheet, and you'll see those those really big hoops that are put on the trim sheet.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're not showing well on the flat iron building, which it's fine. I can fix it easily, but it's just that's just a little small issue. I cannot promise. Get rid of this.
Oh God.
I'm ready.
Get your diapers ready.
Prepared.
I can't promise that I'm going to be able to have all the buildings in because I'm just a simple man and I can only do so much.
Just send it over the files. Just sending over the files, right? Smart.
So anyway,
Is it not? Correct me then.
So basically, all the buildings are showing multiple trim sheets.
Oh yeah, 'cause you've got that weird trim
Yeah.
stuff in, yeah.
All those buildings have to align with that trim sheet and work compatibly with one another. Yep, I've done that so far. And it's fine with the buildings I've done it with. And I've counted. There's 16 types of buildings in the game. I've done a few of them. Like a big chunk. I think I did 6 upcoming with the business building it. So yeah, I can't promise I'm going to be able to get them all in, but what I can promise is I'm going to be able to get a big chunk of them in. Some of the buildings.
If you don't think you're going to get them in, why don't you just not do the business one and do the ones that you've done and just have them in? It'll be better to have them in the game than do an extra one and not have them in.
Well, the ones I'm working on now can be finished up easily.
And do them then.
You know, like the business building, the glass one. That has barely any like chim sheet detail.
Someone's revving, blooming hell.
Selfish, nothing.
That building barely has any trim sheet detail because it's mostly just like big plain glass.
No, there's glass.
Yeah.
PVC.
Yeah.
It's not glass, you idiot.
That's the plastic bits.
Anyway. And right, I'm gonna just try.
Something about the business one being easy to do.
Yeah, so the business is easy to do because there's less trim sheet detail because there's glass. So that's easy. That can be done by the end of the day even. There are some buildings that will not have trim sheet detail on them specifically because they shouldn't. There's another apartment building that doesn't have any trim sheet on because it's designed so it's just meant to have a brick texture on it. That makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. Alongside with the facade building, some of the pieces of the facade, like the actual blank walls itself, you can slap on a brick texture. The actual pillars alongside of them, you can slap on another material that shows those trim sheet details. A bit like what you told me to do with the flat iron building, where this flat iron building would have like a wall and there'd be pillars. Originally, if you put material over it, it would just kind of like warp and distort.
Yeah, the brick would go over the pillars.
Yeah, which was like no brainer.
Which we do not want. It
So I separated it and made it a new material ID, so you can just slap on a trim sheet over it, and as well as the brick material on the actual flat wall itself.
Lovely.
I'll be giving Logan a note of what buildings don't have trim sheets and what do, just to save a lot of headaches.
Or you can just show me.
Yeah.
Do both.
Yeah.
Easy.
One thing that's going to give Logan a massive headache. Prepare yourself for this. It's not my fault.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is nice.
It really is.
It is, Max.
No, it's not.
So,
What is it?
in order for the second channel, the UV channel, to get into Unreal, Logan needs to delete the whole building first, and then re-import it in.
Woo!
Because you can't
With a
just
week to go.
So how much of this
It's
map is going to get changed around then? Or deleted and...
There's
You
five.
You can
there's
re-import
five.
them and then reset the FBX in a bit more. It'll work.
No.
It will,
I've
because
tried
you'll have 2 channel IDs then.
Tried it.
No, but you're just re-importing the file with the data in, so you should have the 2 channel IDs.
Tried it. If it works differently for you, then oh shit, yeah, sure, cool. But
It will, because he probably knows how to do it.
Yeah, because with the file, it just has the data on, so it'll literally give you the model with the 2 channel IDs.
Yeah.
So when you reset the FBX, it'll just have the 2 slots available.
you'll see.
Good, you should. Oh, you're like a married couple.
Yeah, these are my buildings.
So, why do you not think it's going to be done? Those bits, like, because you said you don't think you could get it in, like to the
One
engine.
man,
The
one
other
simple
buildings.
man.
It's one simple man
I'm
toilet.
just one block.
half
Yeah,
time.
because there's so many buildings that I've fully unwrapped, but now it's just a process of placing certain UVs over the trim sheets. Everything else is been like zeroed in, so it's not showing any detail at all. So that's the issue.
Lol.
But what I've right now, I think what I made right now is hopefully good enough.
It'll be fine. It'll do.
In terms of
We'll see.
Oh, we'll
Hey, you know.
God.
he sucks. In terms of tiling materials, there's only a few now. There's a green one I showed in Discord. There's a brick, and there's a flat stone one. There needs to be more, but for right now, I just made these just so I know how it looks with the trim sheets. But yeah, we've got about 2 weeks now to
Next
get
week.
on.
Basically a week.
Yeah.
Week and a bit.
So
we can go back.
We can 3 days.
deadline for me personally is next Monday, because
That's
by
not-
next Monday, everything that I've made has to be sent to Logan, because if there's any issues, I can fix it afterwards. Right?
Right, so you're delaying him having to end, basically, yeah? So your deadline should be today.
Your deadline, no, to be fair, your deadline should be Thursday, and then I'll have the Tuesday to work on stuff, and then we can
Yeah.
hand in on the Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what works. Out.
So if you don't think you're going to get something done for Thursday, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just do the things that you think you can get done.
Ideally, that's what it should be like.
Yeah.
Just then have a bit of time to kind of like,
To zhuzh it around, and
work
because
on
you can't do it in a day.
There's a few things that can be done, but I can't do them myself because I've got so much to do. So if you ever wanted to do some work,
What are they?
Well,
I want to do some.
if you want to actually do some work,
Oh
Logan,
god.
if you
What
want,
are they?
if you want to do some extra,
Yeah. Because if it's tiny materials, like I did the tarmac, so and the decals for like the white lines and stuff. So if you need any extra things doing, then like let me know on it.
so you know the broken buildings.
Yeah.
I need a material.
Okay, just generic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like as scuffed up as you possibly can make them.
well, don't make it too scuffed because the
Yeah.
texture would make it a bit weird.
That's one thing we need to look at as well, how the textures look with the shader.
So I'm saying is when you do it quick, so you can test it,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't work, you can redo it.
You took one of the materials I've already made so far.
Yeah.
Are they in the? Are they
Have you
in?
tested them with the shader?
Yeah, the 0.11 version. Yeah, that already has the shader built.
Okay.
Everything you saw that I've shown you.
Okay,
is
that's cool, that's fine then.
shader.
I was just making
Also,
sure.
Brandon, you know,
Ben.
yeah, Ben, sorry.
Oh my God.
Do you know with the character, you know the blueprint? Couldn't we just add a post-processing in there, put the shader in there so it only renders like the player vision, not the entire map?
No, I don't.
Would it not work like
I
that?
don't think it works like that.
'Cause I'm thinking, because rendering it all to have that shader, it's going to be a bit taxing. So I don't know. We can have a look, mate. Yeah, we can have a look, mate. We'll have a look.
So if it is
I feel like
if
they
it is
do work.
taxing, Minecraft Shadow. Yeah. Easy dubs.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention as well.
Oh God, here we
it's
go.
not bad. It's actually good.
Very good.
You ended with good news.
Yeah,
Bloody
Logan's
hell.
got to restart everything again. It's not a week.
So I'm deleting a couple pieces of buildings.
What?
Not massive ones. Not the small ones. You know the department ones. You know the crown. You know that big pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
that's
trim.
Gone. Yeah, that's deleted.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
It's not working well with the trim sheets I've made.
So it just won't have a thing at the top.
I've looked at it. It's not as obvious as you think. It doesn't look terrible.
So it's just not with the crown at the top.
Which is fine because visually that checkered piece.
You'll see it from the bottom anyway, so you probably won't see it.
Yeah, exactly. That's you're not going to like seeing like a massive piece of it.
Besides from the part where you're on the roof of a building.
Yeah. That's one of the main bits where you go into that building to
And you
go
can
into the massive tall one.
Well, be happy that I saved all these 16 types of other pieces of building crowns.
And you're literally telling this to me 3 days before we got a hand in that you're just deleting a few pieces.
Swings and roundabouts.
Ain't you happy with his work ethic?
See, this is what it's like at Outfalls. Outfall, I mean, like
We're falling out with each other.
we're all tired, we're all losing the plot, and we just want to be done now.
So that ended on good news.
Is that it?
Great good news, Kieran.
Good old key. We
So-
want good news.
Yeah,
I've,
Kieran,
I've
do not
textured
give me
a
the phone.
lot of stuff.
Yes.
Thank you, Kieran. Well done, Kieran.
And I haven't slept because I've been bashing.
Hey, well done, Kieran. Hey.
Right, so I just want to. I'll
He
quickly
just
go
wants
through
to.
it. Right, so I've got the stuff that needs to be finished off, right? Textured, right? So there's the wardrobe, the bed, the desk chair, there's paintings, pictures.
Right, so this is the
which-
stuff that needs to be textured.
Yes. But the paintings and pictures, I'll have it in like 1 UV, so
Oh,
that will
yes.
save on resources.
Packs and pictures.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yes, that's good.
That is
And,
raw.
That's how you texture.
And then the sofa, and then that's it. I've done everything else.
Hey, well done, well done. Well done, Kieran.
Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back.
It is boiling in
It
here.
is so hot.
But yeah, well done, Kieran.
Yeah.
Good job.
You actually smashed that.
You
You
did
did
very
well.
I don't know what happened yet, but it felt like I was in the astral realm last night, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Slapping all the smart materials on.
No, you're doing really well.
Have
some of this
you
stuff,
been using the
mate.
black masks?
Mate, I've gone
Has it revolutionised
above and
everything?
beyond. It's insane. Like,
No, like the progression you've done for this
It's
is actually insane.
It is
Like, you've done really well. And that map
And-
looks really, really good as well.
You didn't deserve it. You was good before.
Yeah. But like, yeah, you've actually done really well. And now, like, obviously you understand like the whole texturing process and stuff now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think the main things you need to work on are the trim sheets and stuff now.
Yeah.
Once you got that down.
I had like 5 or 6 substance paintings up last night. I was just like,
working on 5 or 6.
How does that work?
He's got
You're an
like
octopus.
17 monitors.
Yeah. 3 consoles.
It's got one with 6 windows.
so I just like start baking one thing and then just move on to the next.
Okay. Now that
One after the other.
smarter, not harder.
That is efficient. Well done.
Very efficient.
Well done.
So you just texture it now. Is that it? When do you think you'll get more texture to slap into his tings?
I will try my hardest to try and get like the majority of it done today. I think the pictures and the paintings I think will be like at the sort of like tomorrow because I want to spend like
If-
make sure it
make a
works.
video for that.
If you do the same as Ellis, and if you get everything sent to me by Thursday,
Yeah.
and then we can go from there.
Because with the books as well, when I made that, in the substance painter file, like I've got 2 variations of like I've got a thin book and then a thicker book, right?
Yeah.
But I've made it in a way where I can just easily there's like a sort of like a name and volume thing that I can put on like the what do you call it? The
Books.
the book like
The spines.
the spine, that's it. I was trying to think of the right name for it, sorry. There's like, I can change the name of it there and then like, and then just change the colour of the actual book itself and stuff. Like quite easily. And
Okay.
the design of the book is like, it's very nice. It's got leather, a bit of fabric, and it's got gold trim on it and that.
Ooh.
It's very nice.
That is very nice, yeah.
That is very nice.
Well done, Kieran.
Well, Kieran, stand up. Stand up.
Hey!
Well done, Kieran.
Okay, then, so is everyone...
Oh God, ruining it.
You gotta tell me, you gotta delete all 16 buildings. We have to start again.
The interior house walls are done.
Ellis, stand up. Stand up.
Stand up. Give you a
too much out, Frank.
What you mean the texture?
Yep.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you. Don't forget Toby's first time.
Yeah,
Don't
and get a
forget
free
it.
copy of Deadmare when it's released.
Yeah.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.